Here's your host, Alex Garrett.
All right, well, it is another day. It's actually State of the Union Day, and when I roll out my brand new, improved 6 p.m. feature called Just Alex at 6, we'll talk about that. But in the afternoon portion of this podcast, on the One Leg Up feature, I gotta say that we talk about one leg up a lot, and we talk about having one leg up on life and the like. But what about maintenance of that leg? What about maintenance of the foot? All right, so it might be an everyday thing. You know, you book a podiatrist appointment. But with this platform, I just want to say that looking after your feet, looking after your legs, can help you have one leg up on life. Because believe it or not, with the foot and the leg, it shoots right up into the back if there's some kind of pressure, right? So you got to make sure your foot is in alignment and your legs are in alignment. For me, because I have one, I guess I feel it a little more than the average person walking along the daily life in New York City. Thank God for rollerblading for 25 years, because it saved my leg a lot of time and energy, specifically energy, and a less bounce, if you will. But what I've also realized is if this foot is not aligned properly, it starts a chain reaction. I do get lower back pain often. And I don't talk about it much because that just sounds like complaining, but I do. And what I've come to realize is that's because the pressures of the foot are reverberating through the leg and up to the spine. I fully believe that. So if you feel those kind of pressures, I suggest you take this podcast and maybe book your podiatry appointment, your orthotics appointment, and deal with your legs and feet. Because the only way to have one leg up on life is to maintain that leg and to maintain that foot, especially for those who have one. I've always said this leg is working double overtime, double the work. So I'm 32. Maybe my leg is 64. You know that song, When I'm 64? Maybe that's the case. And maybe rollerblading saved me some years at the same time. I'm sure it did. But as I feel that lower back pain and that stiffness, I just want to get it fixed up and straightened up. And so I encourage you today that if you are feeling kind of lower back pain, maybe you should look at your leg, your foot on either side and go from there. It can't hurt to just have it checked out, to take a look. So yes, booking a podiatry appointment inspired this one leg up. And that would be furthest from what you thought. Because today, I found out on the cover of the Post, my longtime friend, Stephen Swindal Jr., the grandson of George Steinbrenner, was front page news, baby! Congratulations, Stephen, on that. And kudos to Joel Sherman for that exclusive, great article. I'll tag it in the link below. You know, booking the podiatry appointment may not be a talking topic for you to listen to, but I'm saying it to urge you to go check it out. Because to have one leg up on life is to maintain our legs and feet, as I've said just a couple minutes ago. And to be honest, booking my own appointment and like an everyday person is less important than maybe saying the COVID website is shutting down tomorrow, so get 4 in-house COVID tests for free before time's out. I'll post that link as well. There's a lot of news to get to. Sweden is part of NATO. But in order to report that news, you got to have functioning body parts. And how can you function with horrible back pain? Just because you didn't realize your foot is connected through to your spine, because the pressures of walking up and down every day reverberate through the thighs, up through the leg, up, past the hips and the coccyx, if you will, to the lower back. And so I'm not hawking any products here. I'm just saying get your appointments booked. It's only March. there's a lot of time in 2024. Don't you want to enjoy this time in 2024? I know I do. That's why I'm booking these appointments and keeping on top of my health as best as I can to help myself have one leg up in this life. We do only get one, so we got to make the best of it, and we can't make the best of it if we're in constant lower back pain. As far as I'm concerned, we can't. So if you're feeling a little tense down there, check it out. Yeah, you might want to check out your spine, but also think of the roots of this. Root of it could be that your feet are not aligned the way they should be. So check it out and book that appointment today, whomever you want to see. And let me know how it goes. Let me know how your specific appointment goes, and if today's podcast inspired you to get up off your ass and make sure that back is okay. So you can walk around and enjoy the city this summer. Because there's going to be a lot going on everywhere you look. And yes, at 6 o'clock, we got the thoughts about the State of the Union this evening. You'll hear that in just a little bit on the Alex Garrett Podcast Network. Links of the features talked about below in the description below. Thanks for tuning in to this very short One Leg Up with Alex Garrett. But we'll have more to talk about later today, because obviously I wonder in the State of the Union if Joe Biden's going to address what Governor Hochul has had to do because of the migrant crisis. I wonder if he's going to address what happened to Laken Riley down in Georgia, and what's just been happening overall with these migrants seizing our nation. But first, make that doctor's appointment. And we'll talk to you soon on the Alex Garrett Podcast Network.